After the on-screen collab went so well, I don't think there's going to be many changes for this episode. We take on Bradford and Sheffield United in the live comms with some games in between. Let's crack on with it. Hello and welcome back to the Coventry Collab. I am Cultured Leftfoot and today I'm on my own. Unfortunately, PulpSong had to go back down to wherever he's from. I don't want to give out too much information. But yes, he's left my office. It is a solo management task again for this episode. And we'll be handing over to PulpSong for the Checkatrade Trophy final, which behind my head says we're playing Bolton. I think we told you that in the last episode. But today we're playing Bradford City and Sheffield United, the first and last games of the stint, with in between them Southend, MK Dons and Bristol Rovers. Hopefully we can get into some good form before the cup final. In the last game we played Shrewsbury and won 5-2. It was a proper collaborative episode. Go check it out. It was the previous episode. PulpSong was here with me and it was very fun, very good to do. Before that we drew 1-1 with Bury, and yeah, you can check out the rest of the episodes on PulpSong's blog, themazydrivel.com. But today we're playing Bradford and we'll go from there. Really not much else to discuss. We went through most of it while PulpSong was here, so let's just crack straight on and go to the Bradford game. I'll see you there. Okay, we're back on the game day, but just before we get into it, some bits of news. Our youth intake has happened and we got some pretty decent potential players. Mohamed Issaka was joined, 1 star currently, 4.5 star potential. Yeah, looks, you know, for this sort of level, could be decent in the future, not too sure. We'll have to see what happens. And Sean Elvidge, I think is how you pronounce that. Yeah, 1.5 star potential, 3, possibly 4 star, looks pretty good. Centre midfielder, ball midfielder. The new Gadzev is what I'd call him. Probably more to annoy PulpSong than actually any of his stats. Because, yeah, I think PulpSong's hatred of Gadzev was pretty apparent last time. Adam Peach as goalkeeper looks to have some potential, decent stats. Not too sure about that current ability. Got a long way to go. But yeah, so not a bad youth intake at all. Different news we've had. We've got some bad news, which was an injury for Ferend Rawson. He's out for 3 weeks with a sprained ankle, which isn't very good at all. But good news wise, if I can find it, we are set for a record. There we go. Coventry set for record points haul. Interest is growing as a steady rate as Coventry edge ever closer to setting a new team record. There's plenty of talk about their potential achievement. We need to get to 69 and we're on 65. So what's that? 1 more win and a draw. We equal it, 2 wins and we get the record points haul. Let's hope it starts today against Bradford. Okay, so I'm not changing anything from the game that myself and PulpSong did together as the collab. The only difference is Rawson is injured, so Wright Phillips comes in at right back, attacking right back. He's still got some good stats on him to put crosses in and stuff. Let's just hope he can do all right with the defensive side. We have actually got Charles Cook as a sweeper keeper, something I didn't realise before, and PulpSong slipped that one under the radar. But we'll keep it the same. We've got a good 5-2 win against Shrewsbury. If it's not working, we'll mix it up. Falovi keeps his place up front after his hat-trick. Charsley and Benteke sitting behind him. Stevenson, our star man. Evans and Bigliama at the midfield 3. Wright Phillips, Wills, Turnbull and Harries at the back 4. And Charles Cook in goal. On the bench we have Tudgay, Dim Sum, Foley, Gadzev, Burge, Stokes and Walsh. Bradford line up in a 4-1-1. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I think Gillhead is he playing out for me? No, they've now sent him to a right winger. I thought he always used to be a striker. Derby, ex-Liverpool, really pretty good. Kilgallen, been around a little bit. Doyle in goal, not too bad at all. It's going to be a tough game. Hopefully we can dominate. And the game gets underway. We're, sticking with this narrow 4-3-2-1 formation. Hopefully we can get the most out of it again. We seem to have made some, even between us, we've made some very good signings so far. And yeah, we seem to be doing alright, setting ourselves up pretty well for a promotion push. 4 points clear ahead of Millwall, who are in 3rd, and only 2 points off top spot Peterborough. So yeah, there's plenty to play for. We can hopefully come away with the league title. That would be wonderful. As Evans picks it up in midfield, back to Harries, keeping the ball well as PulpSong's got to set up to play, and it's good to see us playing this way. Harry Charsley into Bigliama, into Benteke, to Stevenson, to Charsley again, Bigliama, ball through to Benteke, he's into the box, he shoots into the top corner, and it's 1-0, and it's a perfect start. It's a very good start. 22 minutes in, as Peterborough score, we score as well, so that title race is still on. Harry Charsley picked it up then into Biggliarma. Lovely ball to put into Benteke's feet. One touch into the box and then just places it at the near post into the corner. Keeper's got no chance. And it's 1-0 Coventry City. And this is exactly what we needed to happen. And I'm interested to point out that Wright Phillips is on a 6.7 and isn't the worst performer at the moment. That award is currently going to Filovi, who couldn't back up after his hat-trick and is sitting on a 6.4. So we might take him off and mix it up a little bit. But at the moment, we're doing all right. Cullen, ball in. It's going to fall to Hiwula. Hiwula, Darby's there. He's hit the bar. Steve Darby, ex-Liverpool. He should be scoring that, really. From that range, he smacked it against the bar. Evans heads clear. And can we launch a counter-attack? Filovi into Charsley. Charsley turns, looking for Filovi again, but it's intercepted. Turnbull gets across well. Wright Phillips will get there at the right-back position. And that should see us through to half-time. And it does. And yeah, Filovi's not playing very well, so Tudguy is going to come on to replace him. I'm going to calmly tell them that I'm happy with what they're doing and keep it up. Tudguy is going to become a target man on support, and we'll see if we can get Charsley and Benteke running off him. And we'll leave it there at the moment. Charsley's not having the best of games. May mix it up in a minute and go to our other formation that we play. But for the meantime, let's just crack on. That one sub, Tudguy coming on for Filovi. Disappointing after his hat-trick in the last game. Hoping he would have been able to impress a little bit more as Law. He puts it into Meredith, a bit of space, cuts it across. Harry's clears. It's a poor clearance, but Charles Cook holds on. And yeah, he's plays much better for me apparently than he does for PulpSong, Charles Cook in goal. So hopefully he can keep that. But he has stubbed his finger and picked up a slight injury, so that's something to keep an eye on as Harry's gives it back from Tudguy. Biggliarma, Stevenson, Charsley into Tudguy. He's tackled by Gillette, but Benteke gets there again. Harry's picks up the tackle from Darby. He's a bit isolated on that left-hand side with no one in front of him to pass to, but it's got into Wills to Stevenson. Charsley's made a run. He's put it into Tudguy. What a save from Doyle. Lovely football though, absolutely lovely football. Ripping Bradford to shreds. We're Coventry, sorry about that. Harry's out to Biggliarma, headed away by Stephen Darby. And we're still 1-0. Bradford are having a few shots. We are dominating possession. I just think we're lacking a little option out wide. I don't think our fullbacks have got enough help out there is the sort of word I want to use, is help. To help them out. So I think what we're going to do is Harry Charsley still isn't really getting into the game. He's going to come off and be replaced by Kevin Foley. Foley's going to go to the right back position, and then we're going to mix up to this formation. And yeah, deep line play. Let's see if these two can. Yeah, that's the way they prefer to play. We'll do that. We'll put Benteke on the right hand side. Wright Phillips cutting in onto his right foot. Harry's and Foley behind them. Tudguy will still remain as a target man on support, and we'll go from there and see if that helps us out. I just think a bit more width, although they're going to play as inside forwards and tuck in. I think the starting position as wingers should help us out. As Doyle puts it forward, Evans wins the header. Tudguy couldn't get on the end of it. Cullen picks it up into Devine. Gilead on the right wing. He couldn't go round his man, but he does well to keep the ball and pass it backwards. Cullen to Devine. Bradford with a bit of possession. Up to Gilead again. Darby, ball in. Wills wins the header. But Cullen picks it up into White to Law. Beats one, beats two. Charles Cook with a save. Gilead hits the post. Tries to put it back across. And Law couldn't get a shot on, but Meredith does. And Bradford are back into it. And I don't want to blame my tactical changes, but it might well be down to them, which is a bit disappointing. But yeah, Gilead swings it across. Law couldn't get a shot off, and he puts it back across. Meredith actually did very well to just hold back in the space. And Charles Cook, not much he could do about that, to be honest. Not much at all, because his body weight was probably going the wrong way. Tudguy's come on and done sweet FA, which isn't very helpful. We're going to stick with this formation a little bit. We'll tell the guys to be a bit more expressive. And what else do I want to do? Do I want to do anything else? Let's try and dominate possession a little bit more. Just retain it. A draw is still not a bad result for us. It keeps that 4-point gap ahead of Millwall. Biggliarma is robbed by Wyke, or Wiki, I don't know how you would say that. Out to Meredith on this left-hand side, the goal scorer. Ball across, Wyke's there, he shoots, and it's another goal at the near post. And this formation isn't working, so we'll go back to the 4-3-1-2. And Wright Phillips is going to come off and be replaced by Liam Walsh. And yes, I think we'll put a box-to-box midfielder in there. And we'll go from there and hope that reverting back to PulpSong's formation can get us a goal, because this has now not gone very well and he's not going to be happy if I don't put him in some sort of form before the game against Bolton. I mean, White took a touch and then leathered it as hard as he could at the near post. It's pretty rubbish defending, to be honest, and I'd expect to see better from us. I don't know how much Charles Cook's been affected by that injury. His rating doesn't seem to be that affected, but he has conceded 2 goals since he got it and since we changed formation. But rather than blame my tactical ineptitude, we'll blame Charles Cook's injury for not saving the ball. But Stevenson picks it up with 4 minutes to go. Turnbull back to Harries. Harries infield to Biggerdiarma. Evans looks for Walsh. Good run. Ball across. Benteke's there. And I'll hand it to PulpSong. This formation is working an absolute treat. It's 2-2. Benteke gets his 2nd of the game. And it was good play, actually. Good intricate little passing. Good ball out there from Evans to Walsh. As Walsh drills it to the near post. Benteke on his left foot this time. In off the goalkeeper. Nothing Doyle could do. And it is 2-2. And it's all happening in the AFC Wimbledon game on the bottom right of the screen. It's 2 red cards and 3 goals. But there we go. That's the end of that one. We got a draw, which is okay. I'm going to tell the guys they're unlucky. It was more my tactical tinkering that cost us the points there, I think, rather than their performance. So, yeah, not too bad. He's out for 1 day with a injured catching the ball. He stubbed his finger catching the ball. Is he trying to catch it like that? Like, I don't know how you'd stub. Anyway, stubbed his finger. We got a draw. I'll do that press conference in a minute. Benteke got 2 goals. He's been absolutely superb for us since he came in. I still can't believe we got him for 70k. What an absolute bargain. 4 goals and 3 assists in 8 games. Absolutely insane. And Dimite was there again looking at Ben Stevenson, and I really think we're going to struggle to keep him. But yeah. Anyway, so I'm going to play these games offline. We'll be back for the game against Sheffield United and see if we can get a win before PulpSong takes on Bolton in the Checkatrade Mickey Mouse Funhouse Cup trophy. I'll see you back for the Sheffield United game, and I'll update you if anything happens in between. Okay, welcome back. I say welcome back, obviously for you that's a split second, but slight change in fixtures. We're playing MK Dons. Yeah, we drew 2-2 with Bradford. We lost 4-1 to Southend. It all went horribly, horribly wrong. Charles Cook had an absolute nightmare of a game. Turnbull at the back had a horrible game. It just didn't really work. And then I got told loads of games were getting rearranged or postponed because of international call-ups. So we were going to be playing Sheffield United and Bristol Rovers. They've both been moved to after the cup final. So we're going to play MK Dons, and then PulpSong gets a nice long break, like 15 days or something. So everyone will be fully rested for the cup final. So he's got no excuses about fitness. But let's see if we can beat MK Dons and set us on our way for the cup final. Okay, so we've reverted back to my normal formation of a 4-1-2-2-1. Burge is in goal because Charles Cook was so poor in the last game. Foley at right back, Turnbull, Wills and Harries at the back 4. Walsh sits in front of them. Stevenson and Benteke in the midfield 2. Charsley on the right. Dim Sum gets his first start under me on the left. And Tudgai plays up front as a target man. On the bench, Biggerdiarma, Lamieres, Vernam, Haynes, Charles Cook, Stokes and Lee Evans. Not as funny as I remember him. Okay, team talk was a bit of a mix and match. A few people got green, a lot of people stayed grey, one person went red. So, yeah, a bit of a mixed bag. Let's see if we can get, a win. Push us back up into 2nd place at least, because I don't want to give it back to PulpSong with us dropping down. But Solanke's got in behind, shoots straight at Burge, luckily. And that's a bit of a warning call for us from the off. And I don't know what's happening. We just can't seem to control games at the moment. As Charsley takes a free kick short to Turnbull, into Stevenson, to Charsley, but it's hoofed clear. And hopefully Burge will get there, I was going to say. They're not pushing up very much, MK Dons. Left a lot of space behind them as Burge takes it long looking for Tudgai, but was beaten. It's fallen to Barnes, to Walsh, to McGrandels, I think that is, Ngombo. Again, MK Don's not with too many men forward, but Stevenson wins it. Charsley here on the right wing into Benteke. What a ball through to Tudgai. Tudgai's in, he shoots, he scores. Benteke has possibly been the signing of the season with his goals and his assists. What a wonderful through ball. And we didn't have a replay, which means... Oh, God, I'll turn them off. I've done that before accidentally. But yeah, one shot, one target, one goal for us. One shot, one on target for them. Two and two for them, and still no goal. So we're not really dominating the play as I'd like to, but we are winning, which is the main point of football, which is very good. As Turnbull couldn't get a tackle in, as Ngombo comes down the wing, he'll cut this back across. Nelson's there. What a save from Burge, showing his, well, why he's included in today's games. Tudgay heads it away at the near post, the corner, and Lewington picks it up, and nothing came of that highlight. Baldock with a throw into Barnes. Tudgay's back there trying to get the ball, and McGrandle's shot is blocked, and he gets it back, but Stevenson's robbed him, and we come forward. Can we hit on the counter-attack? And, well, McGrandle's got back very well, and has now put a lovely ball through down the line to Ngobo. Ball across looking for Solanke. It falls to Nelson. Burge with an absolutely wonderful save yet again, and wow, it's about time our goalkeepers did something good, to be honest. As Dim Sum picks up the header back from Tudgay to Benteke to Charles. There's a big overlap on the right-hand side. Stevenson's found Foley. Can we put a ball across down the other end? Dimson, Tudgay's there. What a team goal. What a counter-attack. He gets his 9th goal of the season for someone that hasn't really started or played too much for us. That was a superb counter-attacking goal, and I'm delighted with the boys. Stevenson found that space that I was talking about for Foley on the right-hand side. Ball across. Dimson. What a header back from the youngster, and Tudgay's not going to miss from there. And that is 2-0, and we're back up to 2nd place. Charsley's not having the best of games at the right wing. Could maybe bring Lemieres on for him. I think we will, actually. We'll bring on Lemieres. Josh Harrop is slowly getting back from injury. He's not injured anymore, but he's nowhere near match fitness. He'll probably be ready for the cup final if PulpSong wants to play him. We're going to tell the guys just to keep going out there. We are trying to retain the possession, and we're playing a lower tempo in today's game, just because it was something I wanted to try. As Dimson comes forward into Benteke. This is still from the kickoff. Lemieres into Stevenson. Shoots, and we've got a goal 39 seconds into the second half. Ben Stevenson gets his 10th goal of the season, and as a centre midfielder, that is absolutely insane. He is far too good for this league. Hopefully we can hold on to him as we go into the Championship. He may just have a new contract coming his way, and with that replay you can see he runs off doing the old pat in the head, rubbing the belly thing. Wonderful. Great to see. Turnbull looking for Benteke, brings it down. He's tackled by Nelson though. Looking to get it back. Can't get there. Upson is tackled. Well, he's lost it. Tudgay, good touch. Tackled by Downing. Stevenson looked to play in Dim Sun, but couldn't get it behind the defence. And it's played back to the goalkeeper, Martin. But it's a poor clearance out, and Tudgay's got it yet again, but Baldock tackles well. Wills with a header. Benteke, Stevenson into Tudgay. Back to Benteke. To Stevenson. Tudgay's made a good run. He's found him. He's in on goal. Lemieres. Oh, God. It's just beautiful. Beautiful to see. Very unselfish from Tudgay there. And because that could have been his hat-trick as well. And just at this point here, I thought he was going to shoot. But he took a touch and then just laid it off, so the goalkeeper was out of position. And the sub, Lemieres, sticks it in. And it's 4-0. And I said I wanted to get us in a good bit of form before the Bolton Cup final. And it certainly looks like it is. And now PulpSong is going to have a tough decision to make. Does he go to his keep the ball 4-1-3-2 narrow thing? That's the wrong formation. It's 4-3-2-1. That is formation. Or is he going to stick with this formation that we've played against MK Dons and have come up trumps of 4-0, and there's still a minute to go, so we might be able to extend that a bit further. As Benteke, what a ball that is out to Lemieres. Ball across, Tudgay's there, he's got his hat-trick, and it's 5-0, and Tudgay is now up to 10 for the season. What a performance. What an absolutely brilliant performance. Lemieres out on this right-hand wing, the sub that's come on with a goal and now an assist, and Tudgay finishes his hat-trick. Unbelievable stuff. Runs off, pump in the air. Whey! He's ready for the cup final. Lemieres nearly had a chance to make it 6, but doesn't get it on target. And a 5-0 away win at MK Dons. Absolutely superb. Passionately, I'm very pleased with the result and your performance. A really, really good performance. And yeah, there we go. Back into second. 3 points clear of third. Bit of a stretch now to catch up Peterborough. They're 7 points clear. Not too many games left to go, and Tudgay's got injured. 3 to 5 days with a bruised head. He'll be back for the cup final if PulpSong wants to play him. And yeah, it's going very, very well. I think in the last match, remember, it's now 5 points making 30. Trigger Barrows have to pay Coventry 26k. Oh, he's okay, I guess. Not brilliant. Di Matteo is there again, looking at Ben Stevens, and Tudgay, absolutely superb. You were superb in front of goal, mate. keep that up. And yeah, we're going to leave it there. That's the end of this episode. So coming up, PulpSong has, again, a pretty busy month. He has the 2nd, the 5th, the 8th, the 11th, the 14th, the 7th, 22nd and the 30th. He's actually going to finish off the season. So fair play to him. And can he do it by winning a silverware in his first game of his stint in charge? So we're going to leave this here. I'm going to click the save button and get ready to send it. But thank you very much for watching, guys. Please leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Hit subscribe if you want to see more Football Manager content, plus maybe some other stuff coming to the channel soon. And don't forget to check out PulpSong's blog at themazydrivel.com. Now, hit that like button because we need PulpSong to get all of his ability and likes and stuff like that to win that cup final. Go and win it for us, son. Up the Coventry.